This is Jimmy fucking Lloyd, and you're listening to Uncorked with Kip.
Hey everybody, this is Kit Osborne, and you're listening to Uncorked with Kit. Today, my conversation is with Markus Crane, one of my best friends in wrestling. He came back from a major head injury. He had brain surgery. He had collapsed at the airport, and thankfully it was at the airport, and it wasn't while he was on the plane. He's had this issue for over a year now, and I don't want to sit here and give you an update about my injury, my ankle injury, which I don't have any feeling in my foot yet or my toes that I can move at all. But it's only been a few days after surgery, so I don't want to start freaking out. I will see a specialist again soon, next week, and we'll see what the next steps in the process of getting back in the ring, which is hopefully sooner rather than later, but honestly, I don't know. I just want to thank every single one of you for all the support that you've given me, for all of you that have reached out since I've gotten hurt. It makes me feel very appreciated, and I can't thank you enough. With this episode, I apologize in advance because there's a lot of background noise. AJ Gray couldn't shut the fuck up until he fell asleep on the bed. And we did it live in Markus Crane's hotel in Atlantic City. And it was during the TOS 666 show, which coincidentally is the one where I got taken off of King of the Death match because of it. So AJ Gray managed to screw two things up. But it is what it is. And we're going to have another one. It's still a very enjoyable conversation. And I'm going to have the live on my YouTube this week. So look forward to that and have fun watching Markus Crane and I drink wine and watch him bitch about stuff, and then watch him also go in depth about what had happened, his comeback, and being able to pretty much just, in all honesty, be able to talk and function, which is incredibly important to all of us. I remember the first time that I got a text from him, and it was an emoji, which is the only things that he could really put together. So even that little thing meant the world to me. I'm happy that he's back, and he's just the same dope as he's ever been. But anyway, enjoy this conversation with Uncorked with Kit with Markus Crane. Well, hey everybody, and welcome to an impromptu Uncorked with Kit. And this is a little bit different because I actually have my guest with me this time. And we have a bunch of fucking moderators in the background.
It wasn't impromptu because we talked about this 2 months ago, and he wouldn't come up, and I was, fucking begging him to come up, and had to, almost rip him out of the fucking Effie's place.
I basically forgot. Is essentially it. And
he was actually supposed to be with here like the last 2 days. So he was like, oh, I forgot. So we had to pay his part of the rent for the last 2 days.
The rent.
Yeah,
but here we are in Atlantic City. And we finally get to have this thing that we planned for a while, and we got to do it. And it's great also is because Markus is the one that provided the wine, and I didn't.
And my girlfriend did.
Angel did.
In the room.
Yeah, but in the room in the background, there's going to probably be comments from AJ Gray almost every fucking time I talk.
Because we just shit out of you earlier.
Yeah.
He already did all of Kit's drugs, so I don't know why he's here.
Because I don't do any. Because I don't do any. And then also a moderator today who's listening to all of you because it's so far away and I can't see that far is Chris Bradley from H2O. So let's fucking start drinking here.
Yeah.
You want my stitches just
show it up?
This is today we're drinking 19 Crimes, and it's what is this one? Cali Red with Snoop Dogg on it.
Yeah, it's Snoop Dogg's.
Hell yeah. Maybe we have like real glass. Well, they're not real.
This guy doesn't even know how to pour fucking wine.
Really? You would probably spill over?
Yeah. Here, let me pour yours.
Okay.
So there's a
you know,
in the middle of the fucking wine, you pour it like this, and I'm fucking.
I hope you drop it on your last.
I might like
I hope you guys slow.
You know.
Look at the middle finger. It's perfectly executed.
Yeah, the middle finger.
Executed perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pour wine with the middle finger like this. See?
Yeah.
See? See?
Everybody's so nice to me.
We actually didn't have like a wine popper.
Yeah, we didn't have a wine opener, so we actually had Chris Bradley push it through with scissors.
Yeah, because Chris Bradley's a good person.
So we're drinking this shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, AJ's still trying to get himself over. Come on. You want to go say hi?
I was talking.
Yeah, man, it's uncorked with fucking AJ today, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. He
Uncorked
does all
with
our
AJ would be
drugs.
a lot
He
better
does
than
all of our
Uncorked
drugs,
with Kid.
and then he does.
Dude,
he takes all the heat. He's still talking. He's drinking all of our alcohol.
I just gave you money for it.
Wait, man. Here's the probably, as you can see, it's still light out, so I'm pretty sure we're not gonna last that long.
Of course you're not, kid.
I only drank some MD
fuck,
2020. That also AJ
did
drank half of
I'm not
that.
gonna lie.
But anyway, I want to.
I'm black. What do you expect?
You
Jeez,
said it.
I just got.
I
canceled.
said it, not him.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do an interview with
Y'all
me and
go, y'all
him.
go,
You
y'all
can
go.
do it later. Okay. You shut up. Okay.
Oh man. So anyway, listen. I want to get started. Number one, start off hot. Dude. Tell me the story of an Atlantic or the Las Vegas airport where you collapsed, and then we find out that because you had a staple in your fucking head for so long, got infected, and you collapsed at the.
So yeah, I had a staple in my head long ago. It was my first No Peace show before it was No Peace, when I was still like fucking working there at times, so they didn't have to book 500 people and fucking because they couldn't get over. Anyways, I got a staple in my head and normal shit. Later on, I was like, I think this staple is still in my head. So I went to Chicago, went to the hospital, and they're like, hey, I have a staple in my head. So they gave me an MRI, a CSI, and
CSI
the other one, CSI Miami. They x-rayed my head. And he said, oh, it's not there. So I took some antibiotics, and my next show was, they said it couldn't be done. It's like me, Eric Ryan, and Jimmy Lloyd, and killed it because I felt great. Later on the year, I got sick. I, fucking didn't feel right, and I couldn't, think of shit. My matches were, getting worse, and I didn't know why. And, I don't know, and later on, I wrestled Zicky, and it was his first death match. I've known him since he fucking started training.
Okay.
And we were fucking hyped, and all day it was for Sage Sin's promotion, CCW, Crimson Crown Wrestling.
Okay.
And I couldn't, we were hyped, and, I had a headache. I got there the day before, because I always go out. And I didn't want to go out because I had a headache, and I was
first.
Yeah. If I don't want to go
there's
out,
an
that means
indicator of
something's
something's wrong.
fucked up. And so I had a headache, and I couldn't. We got to our match. He was like, "Just we want to call it out there." Fucking Zicky. I was like, "Yeah, I guess." I couldn't. And, I felt bad, and we had our match, and I went down. I didn't go out after. Still fucked up. The next day, I went to the airport, Los Angeles to Las Vegas, and I was supposed to go to Nashville for GCW. And I flew there, and I was not feeling well, so I took a nap because I was going to go to Double Down for a while and come back.
Yeah.
I'm still not wanting to go out, so something's fucked up. And I woke up, and I had a migraine, and basically. I was looking at my phone, and I didn't know my code on my phone, and usually in movies when you see hieroglyphics and it turns into subtitles, it did the opposite. It was shit I knew, and it turned into hieroglyphics. I couldn't when I was looking at the monitor, I couldn't figure out where my flight was. So I missed my flight, and it was a red eye. And there's not a lot of people there after midnight at a red eye, so I was trying to get people's attention. I just had it was like a migraine. I could hear people, like I knew what they said to me, but I couldn't communicate. I couldn't talk. It was such a migraine, like I was trying to get people's attention, but I couldn't talk and I couldn't text. I couldn't do anything. Sometimes every couple hours, he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I'm like,
You're just you're losing it.
Yeah. My speech is still not good, but I couldn't speak. So everyone thought I was drunk. I mean, it's me usually, but I did not drink all week. So I was there for like 16 hours. When it got busy, I went and laid on the ground in the airport in front of people, just trying to get someone's attention. And eventually I got someone's attention. He was like, "What's going on?" And I couldn't speak, but he worked at the airport, so he was trying to figure out. And I did, this, and then, I couldn't speak. Yeah. And he was like, "I don't know what you're saying." I'm like,
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him, this, I couldn't speak. And he was like, "I don't know what you're saying." I'm like, "Great." Jesus. So he doesn't know what I'm saying. 45 minutes goes on. He's just yes or no, and I couldn't.
You couldn't even fucking figure it out.
Yeah, he's like, "I gotta get maybe someone emergency, maybe the police or EMT." And I'm like, this.
Yeah, fucking do it.
EMT came after 45 seconds. He knew I couldn't fucking speak. They took me to the hospital. I couldn't sit still for the MRI, CSI, whatever. So they sedated me, and I woke up 10 days later in the hospital with my sisters. Like, "There's a GoFundMe for you." And I knew what they were saying, but I couldn't
speak. Can't communicate, because I remember even when you were sending me text, it would just be
and that was later. Like my sisters were like, "Oh, there's a GoFundMe, it's over $10,000." And in my head I was like, "Why do I have a GoFundMe? Give that money back. I don't want that money." But I couldn't talk.
Yeah, you're not like some broad who's doesn't want to use her degree, and then "I want to be a wrestler," and then want you to pay for it.
And overall, it was
finally
they found the staple in my head in Las Vegas, and what happened was the staple got stuck in my head. Somehow it got deep because it was a fan's staple gun, and I think the cut was already there. So when they stapled, they got in my skull. That's why it went through that. And basically my skull got infected and my brain got basically poisoned, so I had to relearn everything. So
dude, that was nuts. I remember when, I want to go back, but when I first saw you after everything, and all I remember was, you were struggling so much to say something. Of course, I'm not making it any easier. I'm like, you want to fucking spit it out? And you're just like, shut the fuck up, But you were improved heavily since then, which is just amazing. Because, I remember you saying before that they didn't expect something like that to happen, or what?
Yeah, I was actually on life support for like 3 or 4 days. I was I could have died. No one really knew until I went to the ICU after I got off life support. So,
but before all that, when you basically just had this big lump on your head, for I don't know, forever, since I feel like I met you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the first time we ever met, and then obviously the first time we became friends. I feel like in Chicago when I wrestled Dan O'Hare. Dan O'Hare introduced us, actually.
Yeah, it was at Black Label Pro, so it was actually Indiana. It was it was the corner.
Right.
So.
And we went to your favorite place ever, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. Oh no, it was Black Label Pro was later. It was freelance.
It was freelance in Chicago, and it was 0 fucking degrees out, and I was like, I don't ever want to come back here ever again.
Yeah.
But fast forward, I know that we finally actually hung out. First of all, you took us to the exit, and you gave us this fucking the worst shot I think I've ever had.
only
Oh, I'm sorry.
only you know.
I apologize.
Tourists call it the exit.
Well, I was. I literally the next day I went and visited the Home Alone house.
Usually, like Mexicans also call it the exit. But.
Well, when we were there, you gave us this shot, and I need to know what it is because I forget every single time, and I don't ever want to take it. It tastes like oil. This like stupid shot at exit.
Oh, fucking Malort.
Dude, I want to throw up when I even hear it because I can taste it in my head.
Malort is great. Like freaking Malort is a Chicago shot. Someone will give it to you if you go to Chicago. It was originally when the Prohibition was around. It was like a medicine to heal your settle your stomach. It's like that shit, like kind of like Fernet. And basically, when the Prohibition went away, it was like the 40s, 50s. Everyone's masculine, so like they were like if you drink this, you're a fucking man, but if you can't drink this, you're like a pussy, and everyone is so masculine. So like everyone just drank it. I'm like, yeah, I'll drink it. Like I first got it from Dane Lawrence, my old tag partner, and it's terrible. And
you make us drink it because you're a good friend.
when you especially as when you work at the bar, you give people Malort always the first shot for free, and you have to no sell it. And I was no selling it, and you do that so much. Like, everyone's like, oh, I love it. And no, it's fucking Stockholm Syndrome. That's what fucking Malort is.
I wanted to go back to your head. Can you tell everybody, like, who did it to you? So we can throw them under the bus in front of everybody? Because we're good friends with them, and obviously I've gotten stapled gun in the head a million times, and it's just a freak accident. But it's just so much better.
Yeah, it was Casanova. But I love him. It was a freak accident.
Yeah,
so it's not on him. I love him to death. Fucking.
Oh man.
Fucking. He's always been there. I wrestled there because of him.
How long ago was it?
He's taken me to fucking New Orleans. He's taken me
oh, dude,
I love
that's
I
how
love that guy.
you and I first really hung out and had like a blast when we got to go to New Orleans, and it was just me versus you versus Cass at what was the bar? Do you remember?
Poor Boys.
Poor Boys, and then that was probably the time of my life.
Yeah. Right before that, it was his biggest payday ever.
It was the biggest payday for a lot of people.
Yeah. And he immediately went to this casino and lost it all. Oh. And right before that match, I actually found out one of my close friends killed himself 15 minutes before the match. So I went out and just kind of beat the shit out of like fucking Kit and Cass.
More Cass. You know why? Because Cass wanted to call stuff, and I was reading you, and you just kept walking away. And I was like, dude, he went through some shit. I'm just gonna wait. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what we do. It's gonna be awesome. But like Cass is like, like a dog like freaking out and eating water, and I'm just like, I think Cass is probably gonna take a lot of this.
Yeah. I was just,
Yeah, that was a
safe.
It was a good time though. I mean that, and then we've gotten to go like a lot again since then, and then now we're with No Peace Underground, like how it is. I know you just kind of shit on it in the beginning a little, but like I'm sure the second you ever get a chance to get back, but I want to fast forward to just a couple weeks, a couple months ago or whatever, when we were in Tampa. WrestleMania week or whatever, and I call out the world as I always do every single time I'm at GCW, and then lo and behold, everybody gets to see Markus Crane come out.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember when you were on that show and you were like, I don't know what I'm doing, like I know what's going on. Like, you're probably gonna be like the ECW zombie. You're gonna come out and just get the shit kicked out of you by someone.
Yeah.
Later on, I get a little birdie, and he was like, "I want you to do this." I'm like, "This kid now?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, perfect." And Kit was my ECW zombie.
Yeah.
it was crazy. Fucking my girlfriend Angel make me all pretty and shit, so I look nice.
Yeah.
I fucking like we're leading up to it, and fucking like I'm not like really phased by it. Before he's shaking. I'm like, I'm fine, and then he goes out and does the promo,
you were
and I got like
you were losing.
I wasn't that like when you did the promo, when you went out. That's when it hit me. Like I got goosebumps on top of goosebumps. It was like sensory overload, and my brain.
Dude, you missed it for so long, and then you finally got to like you get like this is it. This is where I'm back. And then even whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's just that you are anticipating that like everybody's gonna not understand like that music's hitting, and then you're gonna come out and they're gonna fucking not believe who they're seeing, and then lose their fucking mind, and then that hits you. Like, like, this is it. This is what we play for.
My mind was going so fast, like during the match, and like that's why like I just like. Before the show, Alex is like, he's back. He's like, everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not back. Like, I'm just doing. But yeah, like so I got some training. I need to get my mind into it. But I started when I was 15, and I'm like 32 now. I remember someone who was like, "What you gonna do after wrestling?" I'm like, I don't fucking
what kind of
know.
question's that?
Yeah. I guess we're so boring. Fucking AJ Gray is
Yeah, we have to like show everybody here right now. Like fucking, here's AJ, just passed out.
I'm not.
You were just snoring, motherfucker.
No, that's because I have a fucked up nose.
It's because I have a nose. Like, but what we got? So anyway, and this is one of the things I wanted to talk about, and it was so great because Angel's here with us. Was right before everything happened at in Vegas. You guys were talking for like the first time or whatever, and I think this is a little love story.
He was talking at me. He slid in my DMs.
Yeah, I totally believe that.
Some water.
But you guys were talking, and then when everything, you guys were supposed to meet or whatever, and then when, the action happened, everything. This
performed at my bar.
Over here.
Huh?
She performed at my bar, and fucking.
Yeah, in October.
Yeah, in October, and then she went to, as you call it, the exit, and we had fun. She lost her phone because she got drunk and whatever. And
I got drunk and the bartender tried to get me to Coyote Ugly on the bar.
Yeah, dance on the
Eventually, I
bar.
jumped up
She
and-
lost her phone, and I got my fucking iPhone. I did the Find My iPhone, and fucking found her
wow.
phone.
What a
She was
great
like,
way
"Oh,
to
you
do
should
it.
take my fucking Facebook or whatever." And later on, fucking, I was in the hospital, and fucking. I was just trying to...
So don't downplay that. First of all, you were in the hospital. This girl who doesn't even really know you that well.
I can't
waited
talk.
for you.
I have to watch...
That's cool, yeah.
Like,
And that's pretty damn awesome. That's some
and
love
I
story
have to
shit.
talk in emojis
Text
and
back.
say
You're crying
soft...
over there.
You don't even text me back.
It was
Yeah, I don't even
soft
get text back.
Whatever the
Like,
fuck.
Yeah.
like Chris, will be like, "Hey, this is how much money I make. You guys want to hang out?" And
Yeah.
then they're like,
I don't do that. Shit.
So let me ask. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people want to know. They see you at all these shows all the time, and we did our thing, and of course, even me throwing light tubes at your head freaked a lot of people out. But
immediately, like I was like, oh, I
like,
can't
"Kid's
wait.
reckless.
I can't wait till
great.
my
I get jobbed
family-
out.
I can't
And,
wait till my family fucking sees this. Like, what? I thought you were never doing this. I'm like, I didn't say
No,
that.
who said that? Like the doctor.
When I went to the hospital, fucking, my dad was with me, and he was like, "So you can't get smashed over the head, right?" He's like, "Huh? You can't smash over the head, right? Huh?" And he was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "As long as it's not like a baseball to the head." And I'm like, and he was like, his skull is gonna be as fine as it was before if you're not stronger. My dad just looked down, and I'm like, "Ha!" But I'm trying to, fucking smash my head up. But like,
it's so funny, like, because my dad is like the same when it comes to like all the wrestling stuff I do. I never let him. And he's finally on Facebook, and he sent me an emoji.
My dad's finally on Facebook.
Yeah, and he sent me an emoji once, and it freaked me out. And he's 74. I was a mistake. And like he'll see my wrestling, and he's so proud to tell his friends about it. But then when it comes to me, he's just like, you know, I think, you know, this is the end of it. I think you've done enough, and I think you should probably focus on. And I just go, oh yeah, do you? Like, is that why you show all your, you know, all your friends?
It's funny because my dad says to say, like, he wasn't into it, but I went to the bar with him. We were going back and forth, Las Vegas, and he shows every bartender and everyone at the bar. He was like, oh, this is what my son does. And he has a video downloaded on his phone. It's me and Schlack, and he downloaded the one that Schlack made. So he goes to the fucking bar and shows the video of me and Schlack beating the shit out of each other. He's like, this is what my son does.
Anytime I'm at my dad's place, or when I was living at home, and I would have like friends over, and I always want to like, I first of all, they would always sleep on the couch, and then anytime I'd wake up at whatever hour that was, at like in the afternoon, and they'd be downstairs watching TV with him, and he'd have like the time of his life, like talking to these people. Like Cass stayed over on the couch. He like
he's
loves
definitely,
them.
hey, he's definitely.
Oh, he's 100% sleeping. It's so great.
Okay.
But like Cass would be over, and he'd be talking to my 74-year-old dad watching CNN, just going like, yeah. Like, I don't fucking believe this. Do you believe this shit? And he's just like, yeah, what you said. Like, you know, like, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about ever. But like, I don't know, man. It's funny how like they're so proud of it, but at the same time they're just like, they just care about us, you know?
Yeah, my dad really wants to meet Schlack. He was like, he put those skiers in, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I really want to meet Schlack.
Yeah. I mean, I want my dad to meet Schlack. I think it would just be, I just want to see the visual of that conversation, you know? And I'm like, what would the subject be about? Like, how would my dad handle it, you know? But,
The snoring is making a show right now.
huh?
The snoring is making a show.
Yeah.
I know. It's fucking
That's what it gets. Marcus fucking wakes me up so many nights with his snoring. I'm glad it's on TV.
Official Nasty Leroy says
Getting bombed by AJ
If you
snoring.
can't hear it, my girlfriend is bitching at me.
Yeah, but I'm sure.
With love.
They're done with like
made
the
a
cackling and
face,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
Fucking remember so when the pandemic happened, well, I got out of the
Dude,
fucking,
you got hurt at the best time ever.
I got out of the hospital and I lost my place. I'm like, well, I'll just make money and, you know, go on vacation, do everything I want to do. And then a month later, it was the pandemic, so that happened. So me and Angel were playing Modern Warfare, and then Kit was playing, so we were all playing Modern Warfare and fucking...
we played Modern Warfare for like the entire pandemic.
Yeah.
And you never got any better, Kit.
Oh no, not at all. It's just like wrestling, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does the same fucking Tracy Smothers promo on everyone.
I get told what to cut, and then I cut it, and then that's it. And then all of a sudden I get shit for it. You know, it's my life. You know.
Yeah.
Wow, he's so good. Everything I just said tonight. He's so good. You know, he can go. He can talk in the mic. You know, and then all of a sudden nothing happens from it. You know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're gonna come back. You could be the shittiest wrestler ever, and then they're just gonna love you to death.
I've been the shittiest wrestler ever, and I still I just connect with the crowd, you know? I just connect.
Got the look, brother.
Yeah.
They can relate to me.
Yeah.
Me and Schlag do coke in the middle of the crowd. Everyone's like, I've done coke with my friends before. Allegedly.
Like, allegedly. Yeah, I mean that wasn't that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
So now that we all saw you were training with Chris Hero a little bit after you came back. So how'd that work?
Well,
How
I've
do you
been training
feel?
with Hero now, like
Well, how did you feel when you were hitting the ring?
like,
man? It was the first time.
When I went to, I trained with Danny Daniels originally from AEW. I'm from the Quad Cities, like SCW, where like fucking Seth Rollins, all those guys,
Yeah.
we all came up together, and our class had to close because we lost our venue, so everyone quit except for me and another guy, goes by Juice Robinson.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, Juice Robinson. So we're in the same class. He went to Truth Martini, and I went and lived with Hero. So I trained with him for a while, and I went to like ROH a few times and trained with Daisy Hayes and Delirious.
Yeah.
And I actually met Jake something there because he was just getting ready to start because he was in a tag team, and yeah, I met him fucking fast, but yeah, like I'm like I've always been kind of like sloppy because like I never got my full training when we got to that point. I know a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
like,
but think, I mean, dude,
but
it's
like,
experience. Think about
yeah,
Joey.
yeah.
Joey, Janela talks about how he has no trainer. He just went to seminars here and there, but at the same time, like, you know, he was smart enough to be able to get himself. And like, yeah, I mean, he is where he is, and he's very, you know, charismatic and everything like that. But it's just like, man, you don't need just one trainer to ever say.
Yeah, oh my god, like I got over just.
It's
being mean, like fucking.
Like, dude, you look like a surfer, you know.
I mean, depends on the day, like fucking,
And then, like, you know, I
had a bunch of like different like kind of characters, and until I did fucking MDMA and fucking LSD, and then you got to fool me, and that's what. I just stopped caring, and that's when.
I feel like that's how it works. It's most people that like they stop caring. I can only imagine what like AJ Gray's was. I bet you would probably like fucking. I can only imagine with this fucker right here. For those watching, I can only imagine what he was.
Oh, someone's saying fuck you.
So, like, you know, obviously we're in an Atlantic City fucking casino and people are losing their stupid shit. Dude, it was nothing in the beginning but, like, women cackling. You know, is that what it's like when you hang out with, like, all your friends?
I'm sorry, what? Were you talking? What?
Yeah. You were just looking at me the whole time.
White
I know what
noise.
you're fucking doing.
Sure, whatever you say, kid.
But I want to say, like, what everybody wants to know, like, I mean, we see you at shows all the time. They see you all the time. You know, they want to know when you think you're going to be 100%.
I'll be ready to wrestle as soon as I can do the X-Pac kick, and I've been doing my DDP yoga a lot, and I like. Okay, let's see how when I can do the X-Pac kick. I'm kind
of shit,
but. I'm gonna be smoking someone, probably fucking Atticus, fucking.
What do you have to say to Atticus? Yeah, I mean, I know you don't like his straight edge. Oh yeah, well, you have to sit on the chair to say. He's gonna start standing on it like a computer chair, like a. So what do you have to say?
I fucking hate him. We don't get along. We're we're like the same but the opposite.
Do you guys?
I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him.
Why?
I hate. Fucking for everything he is.
Like what?
I fucking hate him. And he's doing shit that makes me want to come back to wrestling sooner. And you know, he just stole Danny Havoc's belt at fucking H2O.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Like,
you know, he had that one comment about where he was actually, just said he was like, oh wow, you're making full sentences.
Oh yes, full sentence. Because he got mad because I said he left his Blackcraft card.
God.
Yeah.
So when everything's said and done, man, what's your goal when you can finally get back? And then not just when you finally get back, who you want to, not just.
I love beating the shit out of you, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, I let you do that because I felt bad. But what's your end goal when?
I mean, my end goal, like, I'm just like probably gauge. It's like once I die, then I'm done. But there's a lot of fucking fake motherfuckers that want to do deathmatch, but they're like he was like I can't die, like I'm a deathmatch. Like okay, I've almost died like 3 times. I literally fucking lost a part of my skull my brain was exposed for a year and a half. I got my surgery, and Angel reminded me 5 weeks after I got my skull replaced, you were throwing light tubes at my head.
Yeah.
So
did you know
if
that
you
I was
wanted,
doing that?
if you wanted,
I knew that he was doing a spot at WrestleMania, so we talked in advance. But I watched it. I fucking streamed it, and I was like, if Kit fucks this up, I'm gonna fucking end up.
You thought if I was gonna fuck it up, I'd never fuck anything up. Anyway.
Coming from the guy who I super glued your fucking gaping wound that needs a stitch 20 minutes ago.
Like, but I'm a fucking pro, and anyway, it's not about me. The show isn't about me. But here's the one thing. It's like, dude, I started doing deathmatch wrestling because I thought my name is just stale and everything I was doing is dumb. And I'm like, and I begged DJ Hyde to put me, to let me do something at TOD. And then I didn't think I would ever want to do it again because I did wrestling for so long, went to school, and then came back, and then I just had no name, and then I got to do it, and then I just replaced Devin Moore when he got hurt because he's an idiot. And then I realized, well, obviously they treated me like absolute garbage, but the idea was
garbage. That's why you're my friend.
Yeah, well,
that's why
we're as a person, I'm absolute garbage. But I mean, the character. But the idea was
character.
The idea.
What's a character? Right? You don't fucking have a character.
Right. But the idea was I did that so that I could make a name, and then I literally started falling in love with deathmatch wrestling after, and that takes some guys to do that. But it takes a lot of guys to do it. Like
it's my catharsis. Like when I'm fucking angry or hate myself, like slamming a bundle of light tubes over someone, you fucking get all that fucking it feels so good when you got it. When you get it thrown at you, you get it's like all that stress just goes away.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been so fucking angry the last year and a half.
Yeah, you need more light
I was
tubes.
like,
I'm glad I can help you with Dr. Kid over here.
I would beat the shit out of Kid every time. This show is not about him, but it's about him. But I'll just put you over. This guy he's small, he fucking talks shit, and everyone wants to beat the shit out of him. But he's in shape, so they don't know if he really can. So, he's the perfect heel, and people don't think that. And, I love beating the shit out of this guy. And I think the crowd loves to watch Kit get to beat shit out of him. So yeah. So
I don't know if I want to fucking take that as a compliment or not, but I will.
More people should book Kit so I can beat the shit out of him.
That's great. I think we should.
You know what? I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to wrestle for a promotion unless Kit goes to it and I can beat the shit out of him before I fucking wrestle for you.
Amen.
All right. Well, I'll take it because he's a little weakling. But anyway, hey. I want to thank you for being on here. I want you to. Yeah. I can't wait for you to finally fucking come back, and I'm sure everybody is gonna listen to this and is watching it now and is watching it before this. Because we're right before the Hall of Fame, which is right downstairs. I can't, and we're gonna walk down there stumbling because we're drinking red fucking wine of all things. But I can't wait for you to come back, not just so you can beat me the fuck up. And then also, hopefully, I have more bookings because of that statement.
Yeah.
But because I want to see you wrestle again, because this is what you do. Yeah. And, dude, you're no different than Gage, man. This is what you fucking do. And everything else is secondary.
Yeah, fucking, And cheers to us. Cheers to Gene, because Gene is getting inducted in the fucking
Fuck yeah, Gene is.
And he should, because that man fucking saved so many fucking lives in deathmatch.
With so many little things.
For real, just little shit. He
so
fucking kept us all
safe. He saved people.
So cheers to Gene. Okay, so we gotta go fucking
all right.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening.
Thanks.
We'll see you there at the Hall of Fame.